I work for an organization called Raitu Swarajya Vedika in Andhra Pradesh, and it's part of a national level network called Alliance for Sustainable and Holistic Agriculture. And we are working in addressing the agrarian crisis, which is very severe across the country, but especially in Andhra Pradesh, we have been facing a lot of problems pertaining to, there are a large number of farmer suicides happening. The past 18 years, about 36,000 farmers have committed suicide, and this is a danger signal of the agrarian crisis which is prevalent. And the focus of our work is with small and marginal farmers, how to strengthen their agrarian based livelihoods and their farming. Because of this policies which have come right from the 1960s, which is started with the Green Revolution, which promoted high yielding varieties along with a package of chemical fertilizers and pesticides, and a uniform kind of agrarian schemes were promoted, which were not specific for any irrigation areas or dryland areas. So this has destroyed the whole dryland agriculture, which occupies about 65% of the state and also across the country. So now what's happening is, after that followed after 90s came the globalization, neoliberal policies, where the corporates have taken control of the agriculture. So now today agriculture is not in the hands of the farmers, but the corporates control the whole seed industry or fertilizer industry, and market oriented crops are being promoted. So farmers no longer cultivate to eat or to just survive on that. They just do farming for the market, and then it's become like an industry where they bring in loans, invest in the land, then purchase everything and then sell everything. And even in spite of that, they don't get anything, because the pricing system or everything is going against the farmers. So and also there is a huge change in cropping patterns. The food crops have been replaced by cotton, which was BT cotton. In the last 11 years has spread from 20% of the whole net sown area to almost 45 to 60% of the sown area. So it has really, the food crops, variety of food crops, millets and pulses have disappeared, and just people, you can see in some areas, and especially in Telangana where I come from, you can see cotton and cotton and cotton, nothing else. So we are working on these issues. So we are doing advocacy, and we are also mobilizing farmers on these policy issues, and especially I am focusing on women farmers who don't have any rights. Earlier, traditionally, they have played a key role. They were the seed savers, and they had huge knowledge. Once this new technology has come out, though the feminization of the agriculture has happened, the decision making power is not there in their hands. So they are completely marginalized. Men have taken over because of the market technologies, and they don't have land rights. So they don't have any decision making power, which crops to grow. So this whole masculinization is also happening. This is a huge problem. So now we are working towards how to make the policy work for farmers. So we do mostly the advocacy work with the government, but also work with farmer unions. The problem with the farmer unions is they're attached to one or the other political parties, so they don't really take the problems of small and marginal farmers, but only the rich farmers. So this is the situation today. The only solution for this is to go back to the diverse food crops, but for that policy has to help the farmers to give them opportunity, or promote food crops and give them equal market prices, not only for cotton but also for all other maybe 20-30 crops, and then provide them with all the support systems to cultivate their, and especially for women where they are marginalized, they have to be given land rights, and also give all the support systems like credit, and also promote maybe the livestock, which is the backbone of Indian agriculture, which is slowly disappearing from India. So this is a holistic thing. And one last thing I would like to tell is about the GM crops, which are being promoted across the country and in India. Recently, Central Minister Veerappa Moily has given permission to field trials, which is a real dangerous turn to the Indian agriculture. So this has to be opposed, and already we have BT cotton experience. So this field trials for food crops, GM crops would really damage our Indian agriculture. So we are working on these issues and doing campaigns against Monsanto and GM crops, along with promoting food crops and support to small and marginal farmers.